Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of continuing our conversation with Steve Osborne, founder and CEO of Top Gun Sales Performance. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, sir.
We talked a little bit about lead generation yesterday, and every company that I know wants to generate more leads, and it's challenging. How do you do it better?
Lead generation is really the marriage of a couple of different disciplines, bringing them together. I think the first is the overarching concept that sales and marketing are two ends of the same string that companies rarely tie together. The companies who do it really well have got those things coordinated, if you will. So I think one of the reasons why we're so effective in lead generation is we work very closely with the marketing department, understanding what medium they're in, what their message is, and then we're able to follow that up, as well as the outbound sales messaging. You know, those two things are not always the same thing. So something that generates demand is not necessarily the same words you use to close a deal.
Can you give me an example?
Generating demand a lot of times is just to spark interest and just to be intriguing. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you see a lot of marketing that maybe doesn't say a whole lot about the product. It just is a call to action. Mm-hmm. Then once you get into sales itself, it's really more about what we call the A list of features and benefits that a client's looking for. I think one of the reasons why we're good, or we've been told that we're good, is that we understand the inbound. We could take the inbound calls. We're also very good on the outbound because being a sales training company, training high-end regional managers, we put our outbound reps through that exact same training. So you have an inside sales rep that has a similar skill set and expertise as maybe somebody that you're highly compensating out in the field.
It's an interesting challenge you have when you talk to marketing. They have a certain message that resonates well, maybe in print or online. But when that message is then given to salespeople, it gets translated in a different language almost.
Yes, it does. It almost always does. And again, it's just because they're two different disciplines. Mm-hmm. They both have the same end, which is to sell the product. The marketing communication, you've got 3 or 4 or 5 seconds sometimes in imagery.
So 140 characters.
Yes, or 140 characters or less.
Right.
On a billboard, you have 13, they say.
Right. And salespeople can take that message and then fine-tune it for the customer to get the response.
Absolutely. They can make it more rich. They can make it more personal. They can make it more applicable to that person. There's no way you can do that with a billboard or print ad. So that's why sometimes they get disconnected.
What is your training methodology for getting those results?
We take our inside sales reps and we take them through the same consultative selling skills training that we provide for the rest of our clients. So we teach them active listening. We teach them consultative questioning. We teach them to account map. So not only what are they buying and why are they buying, but also how are they buying? Who's going to be involved in that decision? And we take them periodically through those refresher courses. And it's convenient because they're right there in the call center, and we just bring them into the training room and continue to hone their skills.
So tell me about the account map. What is that?
So many times as a selling professional, and I have done this myself, we're focused on what the customer is interested in. And sometimes we're interested in why the customer is buying. Even the best sales professionals many times forget to ask how that decision is going to be made. So I come and I have a sales call with someone. His name's Bob, and Bob and I really connect, and we feel great, and he's very excited about our product, and I leave and I'm ready to forecast the deal. It's a large deal, multi-million dollars, but I've only talked to Bob. And there might be 10 people behind Bob that have influence into that decision. And unless I understand the dynamics of that organization, I'm at a huge risk for kind of getting surprised at the end.
Right.
That has happened to me.
Maybe Bob doesn't have the budget.
Maybe Bob doesn't have the authority Bob says he has. Bob, are you the ultimate decision maker? Bob says, well, yes, of course I am. Bob's the janitor, you know. Not that janitor's a bad job, but he's not buying.
Right. So how long does that sales training last?
Our training programs are not canned. Every one of them is custom. So we think of it as a Lego set. We have a huge library of content, but we assemble it specifically for our clients and what they're trying to accomplish with their sales force. We don't believe in training. We really believe more in skill development. So I draw that line pretty starkly.
It makes a lot of sense, Steve. We're going to continue our conversation with Steve tomorrow, where we talk about his account mapping tool, and there's a gift in for you, so tune in tomorrow.